Hi guys, hello everyone and welcome to this new video from the BLOBS V1. Today we're gonna be speaking about NFTs in this presentation named NFT Due Diligence for Dummies. My name is The French Farmer, I'm Hedik0001 on Discord and I'm the holder of the blob Hedik. So this is the summary basically of this video. So first we're gonna ask ourselves the questions, are NFTs dead? Then I'm gonna show you how to DYOR, so do your own research. Also we're gonna talk about what drives the price of a collection. And finally I'm gonna share with you a list of winners, so NFTs that are here to stay. In this presentation and in this video, guys, I'm not gonna hold your hand and invest your money for you, but rather give you the tools and knowledge you need to make your own decisions in these crazy markets. We're all gonna make it, guys. So, quickly, just about myself, I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man in NFTs and crypto, and I will choose a rich man every single time. So I've been in the market for more than a year now, which can be considered by many as a Jedi Master. I've seen everything. I've been through multiple bull markets and bear markets, so I'm gonna try to share my knowledge with you guys. First chapters, are NFTs dead? The answer is no, and let's see why. So maybe many of you guys can relate to this meme. I was rich for a few hours this week. Or maybe also this one. So your portfolio is down 50% and you have some guy who's been in the game for longer than you who tells you that your portfolio is down 50% so far. Because of course it can still go even deeper. Also this one, so the NFT you sold, the one you didn't mint, and finally your NFT, everything is doing well except the stuff you hold. And then you have this guy telling us, I feel bad for people who haven't lost all their net worth in crypto at least once. Let's see why. Finally, a quote from Albert Einstein telling us NFTs will be so fucking sweet. So this is undated, but I'm sure he said this like a long time ago. So right now, what's going on in this market, guys? We had retail investors, traders, and speculators panicking and crying to tears, while holders are just not caring about what's going on. They're keeping it peace. For us deep in crypto, it's easy to be dismissal of and complacent about NFTs. We're comfortable in our niche, we like our charts and shitcoins, we know and love them as our own. Hard truth is NFTs are 100 times more accessible, and NFT community and market cap will surpass our tokens. This is also an answer to, I don't know if you saw the post from Kanye West when he said that he didn't like NFTs. So this guy is answering him by saying, my focus is on the future. NFTs are the future indeed. Real future, real utilities, real jobs. Don't ask me about to do an NFT now, or don't ask me later. So, just so you have an idea, NFTs have been around for quite some time now. The first ever NFT was actually minted in 2015. That's when the technology was used. And then over time, you had all these projects growing and growing. And so these are historical NFTs. And more recently, since 2020, in 2021, we've been seeing the pumps of Bored Ape Yacht Club and all these more mainstream NFTs. But just so you know, this market and this technology has been out for many years now. Let's have a look at successful markets like this, successful projects like, of course, Bored Ape Yacht Club. I guess everyone who's watching this knows about BASI. If you take a look at their chart, this information is totally accessible on OpenSea. And as you can see, we have the volatility a few years ago is literally worthless. You can't even see the price action back then, but I can assure you that some dips right there were felt pretty badly by holders at the time. As you can see, this is another one, Word of Woman. So the price in September 19th, so just a few months ago, was at 3 ETH average. Doodles was at 3 ETH average as well in December 2021. So basically, looking at the charts, we can conclude that the best trading strategy for top tier NFTs in 2021 was just to close the computer screen and do nothing. So the conclusion here is basically to find your winner and hodl. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this tweet. This tweet is actually very famous now. It's from GameQB. So it's just a random investor on a random forum that basically created the word hodl instead of hold. And so this guy is explaining that his girlfriend left him because he didn't want to sell Bitcoin. But he's also explaining that basically he's acknowledging that he's not a good trader, he is a bad trader, and that he's not good at timing the market. And honestly, the market is pretty ruthless. So instead of trying to time it, trying to sell the top and buy the bottom, he's just holding through the whole thing because he strongly believes that ultimately the whole asset class will go up. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you as well. If you are not experienced, like right now, while you're capitulating and using the tax loss harvesting excuse so you don't cry yourself to sleep, some people are there and some whales are buying your NFTs, and most of which they'll sell back to you inevitably once FOMO hits back in the next year or in the next month. It's not the first bubble or bear market, get rich formula, always the same. So maybe some of you guys also told yourself or have these thoughts that NFT I meant to buy just 10x, I should have bought more, I should have sold early. The power of good traders and investors is not in avoiding these thoughts, but moving on from them. Say it with me, today's regrets will not keep me from tomorrow's opportunities. There will be new opportunities every single day, guys. And so the idea is here to not pursue the trends, rather wait for them to come to you. And that's how you don't get left 2 steps behind, because if you sell your assets right now and buy back when the hype hits again, then you're always gonna be late, you're always gonna time the markets wrong. So you're just gonna want to invest in the right stuff, in winners, and just wait for the hype to come to you. Don't pursue it. The question here is, are you winning, son? So Chapter 2, do your own research, DYOR. You might have seen this term coming again and again pretty often. It's the idea that you can only count on yourself and you have to always do your own research. Let's start with a quick advice, very basic, but please, everyone who's watching this, unfollow every NFT account you follow, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, or even worst, Facebook. Just do it, guys. So, why you should unfollow all paid NFT influencers? So first, they create a fake hype which will look good at first sight, but once they stop promoting, you'll see a decline in value of your investment. Also, you'll be restless and won't be able to enjoy the real perks of a community. Third, you aren't supporting a real artist, you are helping someone get rich because they invested in marketing and promotion. 5. Most of such projects are founded by a few groups who have mastered the art of selling out quickly by investing a few ETH in promotion. 5. Many such groups have multiple accounts which they will use for a new rug pull and a new scam. My advice is to buy into the projects which have kept their promises and where the community is strong. What we're saying here, guys, is that right now we're seeing many what I call NFT factories growing, or even rug factories growing, because people are using this trend to come up with projects they know how to sell out. So they come up with fake projects one after the other. They just pump money out of the market straight to their pockets, straight to their MetaMask, and then they leave you with nothing, and they don't deliver on their promises. You must know that there are 2 types of trends of brands entering this space. First, those that see NFTs as a fad, formulate quick low quality plan to sell NFTs and make quick bucks. And second, those that are thinking 10 years ahead, transitioning all in, and are dropping NFTs to service their community for years or decades. The main value here is, and lesson here is that slow organic growth is better than toxic paid hype. Also, keep in mind that time is really money, and time in the market is better than timing the market. There is really no way around it. You gotta spend time educating yourself before gambling your hard-earned money. And education is basically really key, and you have to know what you're doing and spend a lot of time educating yourself and learn before you earn. Alex Becker, a YouTuber that I really like a lot, said the biggest mistake he sees in crypto is that people do not do one thing seriously. And so the rule is to do one thing seriously. You cannot be an amazing NFT trader, crypto trader, trade every niche, seed investor, influencer, and be building 3 different projects at the same time. The result is a ton of low-performing projects that can be sustained. He's answering a tweet from Alex Hormozy, who is also a very, very insightful business person, who said that active businesses are like Horcruxes. Every time you start one, you split a piece of your soul, and eventually there is so little of you left. So basically what you have to learn from this slide is to really focus on one niche, on one market, and to learn a lot about it. This is a quote from me, guys, so don't split your attention. Focus on one niche and study it like no one else. Learn everything there is to know in your niche, understand the competition, the nuances between every project in that sector. That's the only way to really outperform the herd. These are some very interesting tools that you can use to understand the market better. The NFT dashboard on Flip Finance, Trade Sniper, it's just a free Chrome extension, Rarity tools as well, but it's kind of outdated. But these are only tools at the end of the day. Don't rely 100% on them, and always keep your critical thinking mind. This is the tools. So we have more tools in our Discord server, in the BLOBS Discord server, but this channel is for holders only. What if you don't do your own research? So let's talk about the bad consequences of just FOMOing into a project. So you'll pump somebody else's bag, first of all, then you lose money. Inevitably, you will sell at the wrong time because you wouldn't understand why you are in the first place. You will also get in the wrong project in the first place, and of course you will miss other opportunities. So that's what we call I don't know how you call that, but it's a business term that you learn in college, in first year of college. Maybe this is you guys, this is someone who basically didn't do his own research. It's only when the NFT I own break that I understand how they were meant to work in the first place. And then you have Raph from The Simpsons saying, I'm in danger. And that is true, he is actually in danger. Guys, the strong do not FOMO. FOMO is for the weak. Really try to put that in your mind. Don't be scared of watching a project you've been eyeing do amazing. Keep in mind that you can't hit them all, especially in bull markets. You'll see people making money left and right, but you gotta stay focused and keep doing your thing. Realize that selling is the easy part. Buying is what's truly hard. So think twice before pulling the trigger in the first place and you'll be fine. If you buy right, you'll have 99 problems, but selling won't be one of them. Study the markets, step back, take a deep breath, and study more. That's the only way. Are you going to sell the bounce this time, Anon? Are you going to panic sell the dump again? Trust me, your time will come. Don't panic and don't be subject to emotions. So 3. What drives the price of a collection? So now you understand that you have to do your own research, but what does it mean? This is really an alpha advice, guys. It's like this slide is extremely important. Broadly speaking, your job as an investor isn't to predict what assets are good. It's to predict what assets other people will think are good. This is what a lot of high IQ people are missing when it comes to investing. Always have this global point of view when you look at the project. Don't just think for yourself. If you want to invest, right? Then you have to understand narratives. Great story, compelling, and rich. So what is a narrative? It's basically a story behind an asset, and a story that people are gonna also buy into, and that's gonna make the price go up over time. For example, Bored Ape Yacht Club. Right now it's the biggest project out there, so people who invest in BC are not really thinking about the art or the utility. People who invest in BC right now are like, they invest with the narrative in mind that NFTs will take over the world, so they go for the biggest and most well-known project out there. When you hear about Justin Bieber, Serena Williams, and all these celebrities aping in, they're not aping because they love the art or whatever, they ape because of this narrative. Other narratives, for World of Women, what made the price go up so much is because there is this narrative going on that women are coming into NFTs. So if you really believe that, like, that's a good statement to just buy into. I'm not telling you to buy and stay there until women actually come to NFTs, but just buy. Like, people are buying because of this story, like because they project themselves to the future, and that's the reason why they're buying over good narratives. For Azuki, which has a crazy floor price and a crazy growth, people are buying into this because they think that the Asian markets are coming into NFTs. Other ones, Decentraland and all the metaverse plays, people will live in the metaverse. That's why they're willing to buy lands right now, even though they can't do anything with them. I mean, they can barely do anything with those lands yet, but they buy into those with this narrative in mind. We have other projects like Chromie, Squiggles by Snowfro, and all these kinds of art blocks curated. So AI generated art is the future, so they're buying into this with that idea in mind. We saw this Axie Infinity and all the play to earns. People are buying into this because with the narrative in mind that people are gonna make money from playing games. Then you have stuff like Fluff World, where people are buying into because they think that 3D art is the future, and so they buy into this with that idea in mind. And then these are potential future narratives. For example, environmentally friendly NFTs are the future, so you might be willing to buy into a project like this one. And finally, the one I like the least, to be honest, but it's the fact that it's the narrative of the next na. It can be literally anything. Insert any collection that already pumped after the sentence. For example, Hey Prime was going up because it was seen as the next BC. So what's not good with the strategy is that then you see so many derivatives, so many copycats that it gets lost, because basically after people made a lot of money with one project, you have many the next narrative that play out because everyone wants to catch some of that hype. And finally, this is my favorite one, of course. So small organic communities are the future, and this is what we're trying to build with the BLOBS V1, but more on this later. So there isn't one indicator that will tell you if a project is good or bad. You gotta put all the pieces together and judge the project as a whole. This is very important. Shout out also to motherfuckers for getting close to breaking a 1 ETH floor with no roadmap and no Discord and no Twitter and no website and no central team and no stacking, no token, no DAO, etc., etc. Basically, you like, it's really not one indicator. It's not because they don't have a Discord or they don't have a Twitter that the project is bad. You have to put everything together, and in this case, it's the fact that they have nothing that makes them valuable. that makes them like an underground project in a way. So motherfuckers, this was a few months ago. As you can see, the price in December 15th of 2021 was 0.09, and I think that it reached in the past weeks, it reached even a floor of 6 ETH. So these are also some very important questions that you have to ask yourself whenever you're researching an NFT project. Is the art cool? Is the art cool enough for you to use as your only PFP? Is the community cool? Who is in the community? Do I actually see myself spending hours with these guys in the community? How did I hear about this project? Can I see myself holding into it for years? If the price crashes and goes to zero, will I still like it? Be honest with yourself on this one. Who's the team behind it? Of course, this is a big one. How long had they been in the NFT space? Will the team behind it keep working hard in a bear market? Can you afford it? Like, actually, be honest with yourself with this one as well. For real, can I afford to lose all the money I'm put into this? Is there any other similar collection? How is the other one doing? And what's the nuances between these two? Or the three or more? If 1 million people entered the space right now, would they go with this one? And why? And finally, the X factor, for example, like the motherfuckers that you just saw, is like, do they have this little something, like this little magic in them, you know? Like, you can't really explain the X factor, it's just something that makes you like it straight away. Again, don't forget the slide, so this one. There isn't one indicator that will tell you that it's not one answer to the previous questions that will determine if the project is good or bad. It's really all the pieces and all the answers together that can you judge them as a whole. Go into every new project you research with the negative bias. It's the project that has to convince you that it's sick, not you to convince yourself that it's bad. Let it surprise you on every single point. If you notice a red flag, skip it. There will be new and better opportunities every single day. Even in bear markets, there are opportunities and crazy opportunities to make money, crazy projects launching, etc. So you really have to be like negative when you look at any new project. Go with a thought like that it's bad and let it surprise you. Like this guy, yeah, that's what I thought. At the second you see something, you think, yeah, that's what I thought. And remember this GIF. So we actually made a live case study on Squiggles a few days before mint with the blobs, and we determined that it was trash a few days before mint, and it actually played out. So we don't care. Like, we had no BS about that, but we asked ourselves all these questions that we saw earlier, and ultimately it was actually not a good project. So now maybe let's move on with the list of winners, maybe the part you are all waiting for. So these are basically projects you can FOMO into without asking yourself a single question. Are you ready, guys? Of course, the blobs. So this is the blobs NFT. I'll play you the squeak video from the same YouTube channel that you can see right here. I mean, you can go look it at. It's in the channel. It's the first video of the channel. This is the teaser from the blobs. I'll play it just for fun. Nobody is perfect, and surely not the blobs, guys. Let's move on. So, are you ready for the actual list of products that you can FOMO into without asking yourself a single question? Like, these are all 100% winners. Just ape in right now, put all your money and make 10x over like few days, just a few days. They're all going up like crazy right now. Are you ready? Come on, guys, come on. After a 25-minute video, you still didn't learn your lesson, Anon? Do you want to really pump my bags this bad, Anon? I spent the last 25 minutes telling you that you have to do your own research, and now you're waiting on me to share with you a list of winners. That's really not serious from you. The only one I can advise you is ultimately the BLOBS V1. This is our own project, so it's a very special NFT collection. Nobody's perfect, and surely not the blobs. 100 hand-drawn blobs, unique in names and shapes, are taking over OpenSea to enjoy the technologies of Web3. Blobs aim to grow across multiple networks, Solana, MATIC, Wax, etc., while gathering an exclusive community of 100 like-minded humans with no hierarchy. 1 blobs max per human, so 100 blobs equal 100 humans. Every single blob gives you ownership over our premium sandbox land in the metaverse. The land has already been revealed because we reached the 50% sellout that's on the mint roadmap. You can join our Discord, chat with us, just get an idea of the project, check the sandbox land, etc., and you'll literally be very surprised and you love it. Just so you know, the mint price is only 0.025 ETH. The supply is and will always only be 100 items, 100 NFTs, and every holder of BLOB V1 will receive free airdrops of V2, V3, V4, etc. over time as we grow and we come up with more and more ideas. Keep in mind that every new version will have a completely different utility and purpose. Okay guys, just because I promised to share with you a list of winners, except from the blobs, here you go, you lazy fucks. So here is a list of projects. Again, do your own research. Try to understand why I put these projects on this list. Really go through all of them and get an idea of why I selected them, what's good in them, what's not. But just by researching these, you will have an idea of basically what a good project looks like. These are projects that I personally like and endorse. I obviously don't hold all of them. I do hold some of them though, and so yeah, this is for the lazy fucks who just who can be fucked to look at the market. Just some ideas, let's say, for you to look into. These markets are literally too crazy to go solo, so the blobs, us, we are gathering a community of 100 like-minded people to navigate crypto and NFTs and metaverse together. We have big plans and own a premium sandbox land as stated earlier, the goal being to play, create, invest and make money all together. Belonging in our community of 100 people is a resource only a few in crypto right now can enjoy. It's literally game changing. You get access to all these channels that are for holders only, and we really community like myself, for example, I'm there 24/7, so you can use me, but use also every other blob. Everyone comes in with a different background. We're from all over the world, and we're putting together our brains and our knowledge to really get the best out of these markets all together. These are our official blobs link. They will be also in the description. We have an OpenSea, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, Audius, Medium, etc., etc. You can also find them directly on the blobs Discord, so don't get fooled by clicking a wrong link. And remember this quote that I like a lot: the cowards never started and the weak died along the way. That leaves us, ladies and gentlemen, us. This is a quote by Phil Knight, Shoe Dog. Congrats, you are now ahead of 99% of the herd, because literally not many people in this space know everything I told you right now in about 30 minutes. But still, keep in mind that you have to keep educating yourself or the herd will catch up on you. And indeed, the market is growing every single day. New people are joining in. And as they go through scams and through BS, they're also getting educated. So always keep educating yourself. And what a better place to do so than the Blobs Discord. And of course, keep this image in mind, keep gambling, don't stop after learning, after a bad experience, learn from your bad experiences, and stay hungry and stay foolish, my friends. Q&A time. I am now open to questions. If you have any question, please join our Discord and reach out directly to me. I'm Hedik, as I told you, and this was a presentation NFT Due Diligence for Dummies by myself and by the BLOBS V1. Thank you everyone for watching this video till the end. If you're still here, please drop a like, drop a comment, ask any question you have in comments, join our Discord, and let's navigate these markets all together. Thank you again. See you on the next one.